Welcome, guys, to the foil series. Thank you very much for being here. Today, I just want to check. Okay, yeah, so video is up. There we go. So what we're going to be doing today, like I mentioned, since this is episode 1, I just want to go over some of the... Okay. Oh, let me go ahead and put that one here. I just need to... let's see. Okay, so I think I need to pull this down a little bit. Let's see. Yes. Actually, I want to perhaps leave it here. Yeah, I think it is much better here. Okay, good. Okay, so like I was telling you, this is the first edition. This is the first episode. So what I'm going to be doing is going over the episodes, the tables in the finished tables in order number. Usually what we would do is check how many players are active, and right here we would make a list. We would make this go to a random, so it would be 1 to 94 because there are 94 active players right now. We would get the sequence, and this is the order that we would look. So we would look at player 91, then 68, 79, etc. But since this is episode 1 and there are still many tables I have not finished yet, we're going to be doing it in table order. So let's go ahead and check table number 1. Since also we are not featuring any particular player right now, we're going to have the winner's point of view. So in this case, Jack Sparrow is going to be our featured player, sort of speak. Let's go ahead and move on. So we have an American player, US player against a French player. So Kaifour is from the US against Jack Sparrow that is from France. Let's go ahead and check. Kaifour is playing Izari and Pebble. His deck name is Rock On. Let's go ahead and check. So we have the Martingale. I gain 1 counter for each landmark you control. That is when played from reserve. And Nancy, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each card in each player's reserve. So a rare Nancy. You may, when that's played from anywhere, played from reserve, you may sacrifice a character or permanent. If you do, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. And the Monolith Rune Scribe. If you control a token, target character switches Expedition. That's played from anywhere, and also played from anywhere Sabotage. So this is actually a very good unique. It can play. It is a very good unique in it by itself because it can be activated lots of times. The Nancy is also very good because it is the main ability is Arrow, so it can be played from anywhere. You're most likely it does use a Tech Lab unit, so probably looking to having lots of cards in reserve. So let's go ahead and try it on. Let's go ahead and see how this deck works. Then we have Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is using a Kojo Nuke. So I'm guessing Jack Sparrow forgot or didn't realize this was not the Nuke tournament. That's up to him if he decides to go to use it this way. It's completely fine. So let's go ahead and just move on to the end game. So he does have only 1 hunger. Got the Tiny Jin, got the Tyron. Yeah, this is a pretty basic deck. Let's go ahead and see how he did. We know that he won, even against a very good deck. The thing is that Bravos is kind of the counter to Axiom because it can erase the can easily erase the landmarks and everything that Axiom has set up because of the hunger. That's one of the main issues right now with Axiom in general. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. Yes, it's going to be automatic, so we can block it right here. So 3 cards down for each one. First move is from Jack Sparrow. Most likely what he's going to do is just, give it rage, give it 2 counters, still able to move forward right now. So it's a double move from Jack Sparrow, single move from Kaifur, and he is also starting to ramp out. Next turn, he has the option of using the Serengar. It has the option of using it on the hero side. So he can not mana this turn in order to save something. He is still going to mana. He's going to play the rabbit. So what he can do is play on the... Ooh, no, that is completely blocked right now. So Substance in order to draw and ramp once again. Both players ramp, actually. And he just plays a Serengar on the other side to still move forward. So 1 for 1, but Jack Sparrow still 1 expedition ahead. There we go. Probably the rabbit once again. Yeah, so first move, I'm guessing it's going to be the Haven. Yeah, the Haven. Just have another option. The Tengu on the a sabotage. So yeah, this is obviously going to be a sabotage. Getting rid of the Tengu. So basically, he just can just risking it on the companion side. Yeah, we have here the Farfetch, so most likely going to move the Serengar to the other side. There we go. So just don't play anything else. 1 for 1 once again. Put a card drawn, and he can get rid of the last card that he has. Why did he get rid of 2? Not sure why he got rid of 2. I think that was a BGA bug, actually. Okay, plays Priya once again. Priya is it, right? Yeah, Priya once again. Just sabotages. There's nothing to sabotage right now. But he can do another advance right now. And yeah, BGA once again having its issues. Let's see if we can push it forward. Oh yeah, there was a card here. There was a dropship actually. So sabotages the rage, I'm guessing. Let's go to the end game once again. Sabotages the rain. There was a dropship here, so that's why he got rid of 2 cards. There was a bug, as I said. So it just moves forward with 3. Nothing else can be done on the hero side. Once again, moving forward 1 for 1. And most likely going to get rid of the Armor Jammer and the Spy. Gets rid of the Spy that I think was indeed the biggest threat right now. Not sure about the Duel of Grit, but okay, let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, so going all out on the companion side with 6, 3 on each side. The Priya once again on the hero side, just making sure, giving another boost right there. Another dropship. So there's gonna be a double Brusbug at the end of this turn. So Priya is going to give another early token. So gets rid of both. Brusbug on each expedition, and once again BGA having its issues. Come on, BGA. Yeah, once again, BGA having its issues. Let me see if we have here what move we are on. We are on move. Okay, so this is day 5. Day 5, day 5, day 5, day 5. Nope. Day 3, day 3, day 4, day 5, morning. $90. Okay, so it would be move 93. Okay, let's go ahead and try to do it like this. Move 93. Let's see if BGA actually decides to work this time. We'll give it a second. It seems not. Let's try it once again. 93. Let's go to 94 then. Let's go to specific move. Let's go to 94. Okay, there we go. BGA again is having its issues. Hit the double brush bug with the Priya. Gets a hook in, moving it to the other side, so no threat right now. The Chiron going up to 2. Giving it on the other side, okay, just to try to ramp up. Going to get rid of the Chiron most likely. That is the last option that he has. So considering that he has the Spotter and the Bravo's bank, this is Explorer, right? The Pathfinder, sorry, that he is finally able to move forward. So double advance, 141. Kaifor does move forward. He has moved forward with Priya a lot, but it is not enough. The Jin goes ahead and goes to mana. He's able to block and move forward on the companion side. And that is how Jack Sparrow wins the game. So let's go ahead and move on to the next match. The next match would be this one, table number 8, with Culver against Pan con Chorizo. Pan con Chorizo is actually a Peruvian player. He's from the Peruvian Altered Nation. He is a fellow national of mine. So let's go ahead and check Culver. So we're gonna have Culver's point of view. Whoops, didn't mean to do that quite yet. And let's go ahead and have Pan con Chorizo. There we go. So Pan con Chorizo first. Let's go ahead and check his deck. This is a Deja Muna set 4. He has the Spindle Harvesters. Whenever you play from reserve, I gain Anchored. When I go to reserve from the Expedition Zone, if I have 1 or more boosts, draw a card. And once again, when play from reserve, if you have 2 or more plants other than me, target character gains 1 boost. Not bad, not amazing, but not bad. The Snoozer Shroom. When play from hand, you may pay 1. If you do, you may have target character in the expedition facing me gain a sleep. And play from anywhere. If your reserve is empty, up to 1 target character with hand cost 3 or less other than me gains Anchored. And when play the reserve ability, the next card you play this turn costs 1 less. Not bad either. And finally, the Minotaur. Scout 2. If you have play from anywhere, if you have less cards in reserve than target opponent, up to 1 target character in hand with cost 3, with hand cost 3 or less gain other than me, he cannot be himself either, gains Anchored. And when you play from reserve, if you control 1 or more landmarks, I gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, I gain only 1. For the cost, for the stats and the cost, this is actually not bad at all. You can play just straight 6 or just force 2. Try to give anchor to a character. So I don't think this is a bad idea. Let's go ahead and see what Culver proposes. Culver is a Belgian player, so we have Belgium against Peru. And this is a Trace and Rosum restocking all day. Let's go ahead and see. Inari, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If it's a permanent, you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand. Okay, interesting. A card. Okay, so you may cycle a card. There we go. Also, Ogun, when you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. So kind of end game move, because you need to have robots out. You need to play a hand cost 3 or more. And he doesn't actually have a hand cost 3 or more permanent, so he can't use his ability. The main ability, the Went ability, the arrow ability, you may sacrifice a character or permanent. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each card in each player's reserve. So this is just having taking advantage of the reserve that Axiom tends to have. And if he faces another Axiom or a Lyra, this is actually a very powerful card. And add to 1 character gains fleeting when used for the support ability from the reserve. Now, Lord Kelvin, when played from hand, you may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, you may exhaust target card in reserve. Sorry. And the arrow ability, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you do sabotage, otherwise you may exhaust target card in reserve. So he may want to sacrifice the armor jammer, perhaps the bag out bag, or just the Arlet Reef. Has some control with the rare avalanche and the 3 rare hooks. So not that many, not that much control. Just trying to go straight in. Straight into the action. So let's go ahead and move to the end game. This is going to be automatic. There we go, just an opening move with the Drakaina. And just a 1-for-1, doesn't need to play anything else. Could have played the Grems just to make sure. Muna doesn't have that many sabotage, so he could have risked it, but he decided to play it safe. Because he already has the Salvager in reserve, he decides not to go with the kill on Elemental. Just goes ahead with a frozen delivery, so a very good option right now. He can just I think I would have gone first with the Amelia just to make sure. Plays a Dodo to me on the wrong side. I would have played him where he is has the option to wake up. Goes ahead and plays the Muna Druid. It's going to give fleeting to the Drakaina, going ahead and giving also gaining 3 tokens. So a full-on commitment on the hero side, but also pushing up to 3 tokens. So that's also a very good option. Like I said, I think the Dodo would have been better on the hero side, considering that he already had some power on the companion side, pushing him to put something down so that the drowsy Dodo could do something. That is a Lyra actor doing his thing. Lyra Thespian, sorry, doing his thing. Doesn't have any more moves. Perhaps he has a Hydracina on hand, something very heavy. Goes ahead and moves on to the 5. Put down the hook, going to move something to the other side. Okay, he decides to move the Dodo to the other side to just go ahead and move forward. Okay, yeah, because he couldn't move on the hero side, he just places all on the hero side and moves forward on the companion side. That was actually a very good option. The Dodo still doing his thing. Let's go ahead and see what happens now. Is able to get rid of the Dodo with the Reef, with the Aerolite Reef. There we go, going to get rid of the Dodo. Now let's see what he does. Okay, so he's most likely doing this as a resupply. Goes ahead and places a token, the Thespian, just to threaten directly with the boost. The single boost in this case. Okay, so he's going to get rid of the Thespian right now with the Aerolite Reef. And possible double advance. No, blocked right now. So he was able to block it and is also going to anchor it. So it's again a 1-for-1 with Culver and Pan con Chorizo. He's doing a very good job right now, recovering from what I feel was a mistake at the beginning of the tournament, of the game. Sorry. Now getting rid of the Killing Elemental. No, Frozen Delivery. He wants to use for something else the Killing Elemental. Okay, Aloki gets rid of all the cards. He was low on cards, so in this case, it is an advantage for him. I think he actually got better cards this time. Just places down the restocking station. Probably going to get rid of the Aerolite Reef with this. Gets rid of the Aerolite Reef and puts another token, so he is able to move forward. Really? You want to have two? Okay, and just gets rid for the fun of it. Okay, that's why. He knew he was winning, so he would just wanted to have another card in hand and be able to use the Grems once again. Not a bad move in itself. And a rare Anansi. Well, an Anansi, this is a rare or the common one for each card in your reserve. So this is equivalent to the common Anansi. Gets another boost out, so both are going to be able to be boosted. Starts interesting with the Spindle Harvesters. Nothing gained right there. So it goes ahead and becomes a 5. A Dodo on that side once again. I think this time it was the correct move to put the Dodo right there. Takes the fleeting from the Anansi. Going to get rid of the restocking station to put another token down. And goes all out on the companion side. And he is able to, in this case, Culver is going to close out the game. Getting rid of the Brass Bug just for good measure. He wakes up. It's a draw, sorry. So it's a draw right now. Gives the Dodo anchored. So no, not quite. I forgot that the Dodo was still waiting to wake up. So this is a match point position for Culver. Kind of a tough position from Pan con Chorizo to bring it back, but let's see what he can do. The Jammer. I would have gotten rid of the Jammer. There's no need for the Jammer right now. So the Thespian is able to get the boost right now. And he gets the Aerolite Reef, just what he needed right now, just in case he's not revealing it quite yet. The Hydracina, so it's all out on this turn. The Reef is going to get rid of the Thespian. No more moves from Pan con Chorizo. And with this, he would have gotten a chance. That was a 4. A 4. Yeah, he could have gotten away with the game if he would have just been able. If Culver didn't get the Aerolite Reef, perhaps it could have been a tie and move forward to the end game. But at the end, he did get what he was looking for, and he was able to move the Thespian, and that in the end became gave him the game, because this would have had a 5 right here. So I think with a 5, he could have blocked here. But since he still had the Airlit Reef, he was able to get rid of the Thespian, get rid of the Drowsy Dodo, and that became the, let's say, the death of Pangon Chorizo. But he did a very decent job moving up the ranks. The Hydrocina, I don't think it was a good move right on the end because he didn't have, but I also think he didn't have any more options. He just had one card on hand. So it was bad luck from him that Culver just draw exactly what he needed, the Airlit Reef, just at that point. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. That's going to be table 11. Okay, so H1 Spam is going to be our point of view. So let's go ahead and choose him. And then let's go with Rey Sambo. Probably going to be a Spanish player. Yep. So this is an Italian against a Spanish player. Oh, actually, Rey Sambo is from Italy. And H1 Spam is the Spanish player. Interesting. I would have thought the other way around, especially because Rey Sambo, I don't know how do you say king in Italian, but Rey is actually king in Spanish. So let's go ahead and check first Rey Sambo. Fanship 1.1. So probably a festival. Yeah, there we go, a festival. The counting sheep is a very good option to have with the Lyra festival, because if you just can set it just right, it can give you what you need in the end. So the uniques, the Young Su Virgin Weaver, if you play from hand, Sabotage. If you have 3 or more base statistics 0 amongst characters you control, roll a die. I gain X boost where X is the result. Okay, so easy to set up, relatively easy to set up. But you can gain 1 boost, but you can gain up to 6. If you have the Martingale, it could be up to 7. Does he have the rare Martingale? He does not. He does not have the rare Martingale, so it is from 1 to 6. The Tanuki, play from anywhere, Sabotage. A Dusk, roll a die. On a 4+, you may cycle a card from your reserve to your hand. There we go. And finally, Anna Nancy, when played from hand, I will gain 1 boost for each card in each player reserve. So it has a rare ability, but only from hand. And when played from reserve, up to 1 character gains a sleep. So actually, for 2 costs from hand, this is an extraordinary, very good card. Let's go ahead and see how it helps Rey Sambo in this match. And on the other side, we have H1 Spam. So let's go ahead and check his deck. Marronazo. This is a deck. This is a name alluding to the fact that the color of Axiom is brown, because Marronazo is a big brown. That's the basic translation of his deck. Of this name, deck name, sorry. The Axiom Puppeteer. You may sacrifice a permanent. If you do, Sabotage. Otherwise, you may exhaust target card in reserve. Merlin, Scout 3. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may send to reserve any number of target characters with a hand cost of 4 or more. So this is a Merlin with an included Blizzard. Oh no, not Blizzard. Sorry, Avalanche. A common Avalanche because 4 or more, but still this is an Avalanche that also puts a 4/4/2 down. So in cost, it is actually extremely good. And I think there's only 2 uniques here. Yep, there's only 2 uniques. So let's go ahead and move on to the end game. So it's not going to be automatic. I'm going to have to do it manually. Oh, something I have to do before before I forget, let me go ahead and show it right here. There we go. And let me just spin this. Can I? Yeah. There we go. So message pinned in case you want to see all of the fall series, the upcoming tournaments or the past tournaments. So now let's go ahead and go to the end game. A first move from H1 Spam just goes ahead and starts building his tokens, possibly. He's going to have, okay, so nothing to boost, just going ahead and moving one on the token side. It's going to be just an advance from Ray Sambo. He goes ahead and gives the step forward. Not that good. Okay, going to get rid of the bite. No, getting rid of a Frankenstein. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit expensive for what he can do right now. So yeah, I understand why he did it. So cycles a card, gets rid of the frozen delivery, still going to get that token. So right now, just with 2, just goes ahead and goes all out on with the Frankenstein, because he can give him a 4/4/4. He knows he's moving forward, so he blocks. On a 5, he's able to return a card, but there's no cards, right? You may return, okay, yeah, because at dusk you may roll a die, and you could return a card, but that was not the case right now. Gets rid of the bike finally. Now from reserve goes ahead and gets a 4. Just is going to be a 4, sorry. And still got good options. He can play on the hero side. There we go. The elemental, put down. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. The killing elemental has already done what he wants to do. So this is probably a double advance from H1 Spam. Yeah. Ensure double advance from H1 Spam. Just gets 2 more tokens on the killing cylinder. So there we go. We break finally the stalemate, and it's a double move from H1 Spam, getting ahead 2 expeditions as well. Just 1 token on hand, but also 1 token, 1 counter away from being able to, from having his 5 and being a draw machine. Gets a signet just to draw and gets a resupply. For 2, this is a very good option. Goes ahead and gets something on resolve. It doesn't care, doesn't matter what it is. He just wants something there. Give frozen delivery just to get something else. The anchor, not a bad option. I think he's not going to be able to move forward today. Sabotage to get rid of the anchored, but 5 tokens are already up, so he can just go ahead and see if he can get something up. He does get something up, gets the elemental down. Blocking on the companion side. No more moves from Ray Sambo unless he does exactly what he's doing right now. Goes ahead and puts a martingale on the other side. Going to give a boost. Really? He has no mana left. Okay. Just for good measure. He could have used the sleep in order to play the Studio's Disciple. He decides not to risk it. Use a token to do a move forward. So it's a 1/1, still 2 expeditions ahead. No, 3, 1, 2 expeditions ahead. Yeah. We have the Merlin right now. Nothing that he can do right now except goes ahead and gets the, probably going to do another resupply with the Dr. Frankenstein. Indeed he does, and he does actually get a very good card right now. He can not what I would have done, I wouldn't first play the... Ooh, and this is going to be an interesting option. But once again, he has the Merlin on hand. So he just plays a Scout for 3. Gets a card down. And gets rid of what was set up, because there is the Lyra Festival right there. So just goes ahead and puts the sleep up once again. Puts down the Opera House, so he's probably going to first play the Opera House. Gives a boost. Not sure if I would have used that, because this is going to get a sleep. Yeah. One of both sides was going to get a sleep. The Opera House. It is a spell, so he's able to draw it. Passes, so once again, 1 move forward, so 3 expeditions ahead right now. 2 expeditions from winning, 1 expedition from being on the on game point, on match point, sorry. It does have the Salvager, so the Salvager can give him something else in reserve in case there's something to be done here. So he does first use up his options, probably going to block on the companion side. There we go. Gets also a resupply just for 1. The Subduende going to take those. Oh, he uses just to draw the Subduende. He didn't. Why? Oh, it's between 2 boosted characters. He had no boosted characters. Yeah, that's right. The common one asks for boosted characters. And after you puts the companion side to sleep, he still has lots of options. Goes ahead and uses the Grems on the companion side. No more play from H1 spam. Or unless he uses this, case 1 boost. Is able to move forward with just the 2 remaining and the Merlin. This Merlin is absolute beast with 2 from the reserve and the stats it gives. He even had the chance to give it 1 more boost in case he needed it. And with that, he gets rid of all his cards, and just like that, H1 spam, a very crushing win. Just Ray Sambo was just able to move twice. And H1 spam was able to do his 7 advances in order to win the game on this would be day 6. So a very crushing blow, like I said, a very crushing victory. Sorry. Let me go ahead and put this game away for now. So let's go ahead and move to table number 12. This is El Rocky 42 against AGT Spartacus. Let's go ahead and El Rocky will be our featured player, sort of speak. And Spartacus will be the first player we check his deck. So in order to erase that, let me just go ahead and accept the challenge from my friend, so that we don't have that popping up every time we start looking at a match. Yay. There we go. Okay, so back to the game. Let's go ahead and check Spartacus out. So this is a French duel. This. Not sure what this means, and I don't think I'm actually looking at what he plays right here. So let's just go ahead and check his uniques. This is an Ouroboros Trickster. Roll a die. On a 4+, I gain 2 boosts. On a 1/3, I gain 1 boost. That's play from anywhere. When I leave the expedition zone, if I have 2 or more boosts, draw a card. Okay, so if you get a good roll and you are able to draw a card, well, from the Trickster, even when play from hand, and the next character you play from your hand this turn activates. That's the support ability. Activates its reserve abilities as if it has been played from reserve. Second, Ouroboros Trickster. This one is from hand. Roll a die. On a 4+, I gain 2 boosts. On a 1/3, I gain 1 boost. When I leave the expedition zone, draw a card. This one is directly draw a card. And finally, Ouroboros Trickster. Once again, roll a die. On a 4+, I gain 2 boosts. So basically the same thing. And when I leave the expedition zone, if I have 2 or more boosts, draw a card. So they are all basic variants from this card, because this one is the arrow. Both of them have the hand ability. This one draws directly, and this one needs to 2 boosts from this one in order to draw a card. So looking to draw cards based on a little bit of luck, but since it is Bezira, it is almost ensured that each of these ones will have the 2 boosts, especially this one and this one have the 2 boosts that they need in order to draw the cards. Let's go ahead and see what El Roger has. So this is a Kojo Season 4. So Bravo's Trailblazer. When played from hand, I gain 1 boost per fleeting character you control. Play from reserve, up to 1 character gains fleeting. Shortage Supervisor. If your hand is empty, I gain 2 boosts. Otherwise, I gain 1. Okay, so not too bad. If you are without cards at some point, this could help you out at least move forward. And when played from reserve, you control 2 or more boosted characters resupply. And finally, Aja. Each player puts the top cards of their deck in their mana zone, so this forces both players to lose a card. If you control 1 or more landmark sabotage, and he does have the Parliament of Ashes, 2 Parliament of Ashes. I don't know why they are separate. Probably because this is a common and rare. There we go. And the Haven Bravo. So he does have 4 landmarks in order to try to boost the abilities of the Aja with sabotage, because they are played from anywhere. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. It is going to be automatic. So Bravos against Bravos. Most likely going to do just the shortest supervisor on the hero side. There we go. Because of that 5, almost ensure that he's going to move forward, probably a Chiron or a helping hand in this case. So Spartacus is going to ramp while also moving forward. Because it is Bezira, he's able to put a 2/2. So that is a ramp and a 1/1. So Spartacus kind of moving on ahead. The Jinn basically is used for that. Yeah, so both are going to mana up. I think most likely this turn is just going to be the Jinn on the hero side. No, he plays this tiny Jinn. Gives a boost to the colorful Kuko. I'm going to go ahead and move up to 3. So yeah, just goes ahead and plays something else. Plays the... just for good measure, because otherwise it was still going to overcharge the reserves, or rather than losing it, just plays it for reasons. Now the tiny Jinn is actually a decent threat. I would have actually gotten rid of the Tengu. I would have had my two Havens out. Okay, just doesn't want to deal with the colorful Kuko. Just goes ahead and plays on the other side. Going to give 1 more? No. Just going to play the rabbit in order to threaten. He gains the 1 boost and gets the resupply. Spartacus knows there's no point trying to fight a hero side anymore. So both move forward once again, a 1/1. But the tiny Jinn, of course, is going to ramp, with giving Elo here a ramp option. You may put a card for me. Okay, so he used a colorful Kuko to ramp the tiny Jinn, the tiny rabbit. Goes with the Sarengar on the other side, because it's from reserve, is actually also going to draw. Gets another tiny gets another tiny rabbit, a fire rabbit, sorry, with the Jin right now. So trying to push forward is going to be moving forward due to water. It gives another boost to the colorful Kuko on the other side. So it's again, no, it's actually a 2-for-1 from Spartacus. So Spartacus moving forward one expedition this time. But the ramp is on Elohir's side because he is moving forward to 8. Nope, he decides to draw rather than ramping up. That is also a good option. He has a Tengu. He has very good options to control right now. He can get rid of the... Just by playing this card right here, he can get rid of the Kuko. Gives the option of a double advance, in this case, due to the Hilarion Skater being able to move forward on water is blocked right now. Uses the Mana Eruption in order to get rid of what? The Trailblazer? Yeah, the Trailblazer. Gets rid of it right away. And with the Duel of Grit, he is able to get rid of the colorful Kuko. So he is doing, in this case, Elohir is doing the double move forward. It seems, unless this one is blocked, he is going to block it. So it's a 1-for-1. 1-for-1, Spartacus puts himself in the match point position. Elohir is just 2 expeditions also from winning. And he has the mana, the options on hand right now. So he may be, and also the ramp. So he is in a very good position. Gets rid of the Parliament of Ashes. Yeah, I don't think it's going to help either. The Pathfinder isn't that useful, but it's not wasted either. Okay, the Tiny Jin. There we go. Uses the Pathfinder on the other side. Gets a boost. So right now he can do a double. He can just use the physical training on the hero side. Ensure that he's moving forward. He's already moving forward in the companion side, so he doesn't need to do anything else. And just like that, Elohir, because he had more options in hand, is able to do the double advance. And with that, we come to the end of the game. Just need to get rid of one card in reserve, and that's how Elohir did it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next match. This is going to be table 16. So this is CPO 51 against Tie-Dye 7. So let's go ahead and watch the replay. We're going to have CPO's point of view here and Tie-Dye 7's point of view right here. So Tie-Dye 7 is a player from the US against CPO 51, that is a player from France. So let's go ahead and see how they do. Okay, let's go ahead and check deck. Zero Limits again. That is his deck name. We have the Bravos Trailblazer. When I gain one boost per fleeting character you control. That is play from anywhere. When play from reserve, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, up to one target character gains with hand custody or less other than me gains anchored. So in this case, he could have anchored himself, but he's asked to anchor someone else. I don't know why who would anchor the Bravos Trailblazer, but okay. And the support ability, the next character you play this turn gains one boost. Hatter, you may just abilities from reserve. If you have 3 or more base statistics 0 amongst characters you control, up to one target character with hand cost 3 or less other than me gains anchored. So an anchor loop, it seems, on a Auric deck. Okay, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. That is support ability, and only 2 uniques from Tie-Dye 7's point. From Tie-Dye 7, let's go ahead and check CPO. CPO is playing a Kakobus, so Kakoba Legion Commander, 3 Kakoba Legion Commanders, all the uniques. If you control 3 or more characters, target character in your other expedition, the one I am not, gains 1 boost. Then up to 1 target character with hand cost 3 or less other than me gains anchored, to anchor loop as well. The Kakoba Legion Commander, if you control 2 or more plants other than me, he is not a plant, I gain 2 boosts. Target character other than me gains fleeting, anchored, or asleep. So kinda the not playing with the festival that it could be used in a festival as well. that is played from anywhere. Both are played from anywhere, and again, played from anywhere. If you control 3 or more characters, up to 2 target characters each gain 2 boosts. A very good option. Only for 1, but he essentially is as if he was a 5/5/5, 4/4 or 3, and up to 1 target character with hand cost 3 or less other than me gains anchored. So once again, that's played from anywhere. So let's go ahead and see how he did in the end. So he has a goon. He does have the corgis. He doesn't have either Hydracina, so not risking it all out with that play. Let's go to the end game, and it is going to be automatic this time. So let's go ahead and move it right here. There we go. First move from Tie-Dye. So the Guitarist, there we go, giving a counter right now. The Spindle Harvester gaining a 2 boost, being able to move forward because of Forest right now. Using the Daedalus in order to try only the Guitarist. So he's being blocked right now, but no matter. He can do a double advance right now by playing that Ogun. He's able to do the double advance right now. And because of the ability of the Guitarist, it was a base statistic 0, so he was able to draw it. So double advance from Scipio, but still Tie-Dye got a good option of getting a card from the reserve, that getting a card from play that way. Talarian Skater, so perhaps this is going to be not a Talarian Skater. He's just going to anchor right now. That is a good option as well. So is going to try and do it on the hero side. He can with the Daedalus. That is basically it. He is going to get the boost, going to get up to the 4. Let's see, and even with the double boost, that was already done. So he just gives it to the Guitarist in reserve so that the Guitarist can be played right away. Still a 1-for-1. CPO still ahead and 1 expedition ahead, but Tie-Dye moving up to the 4 counters, almost moving up to 5. I think he's going to play the Guitarist first. He doesn't want to lose it to a possible sabotage. Yep. And it's a good option to use it as well. He could have used it to block on the companion side, but decides to try to move forward. There we go. The Serengar just reinforcing that he is able to get it. Going to get the boosted character, the anchored character right there. What he needs is going to take away from the Guitarist and going to give it to because this is the rare Subduende, he's able just to take. He doesn't need to be on 2 boosted characters. So another double advance from Cipios thanks to that Subduende. And also gets the anchored character, so that was a very good option. What I would have done actually is take it and given it to the Spindle Harvester. I think he would have still moved forward. Not sure, because since this is moving by itself, cannot pause it in order to see that. He does get the Sandman for free. He's going to anchor the Spindle once again. What's the name of this? And the Burrowing Noosh just goes ahead and gives a 3 that he needs in order to at least try to move forward on plan. The Talarian Skater is played as a support ability as a scout in order to give 1 more boost to the Spindle Harvesters. The Hatter almost ensured to be blocking, but has another Talarian Skater in order to block it right now. The Cocoon going to get rid of obviously of the Spindle Harvester, so he's not able to move forward today on that side. So he just used Talarian Skater in order to ensure the block on the companion side. There we go. So this is match point for Scipio. 4 expeditions ahead. Sorry, so 1, 2, 3 expeditions ahead. Gets rid of the Aloe Vera. We're gonna have time for 1 more game, guys. So 7 against 7. This is a tough position for Tie-Dye. Goes ahead and gives this 5th token, but he cannot use it until the The beginning of next day, the Daedalus once again played as a scout to give both. Only gives it to the Martingale. Moves up to 6. The Talarian almost ensured to be blocking right there. Almost no plan right now. Plays the Sandman on the other side in order to try and move forward. He knows he didn't have anything. He had no plan at all. So there's nothing he can do. Even gets rid of the Hatter to return a card to hand. But there's no... Okay, so he is using the Sandman in order to try to move forward. But still, not enough. He's able to do the double advance, but not enough to block the Noosh because he had no plan right now. And he gets a double match point, but not enough. So with that, CPO goes ahead and moves forward because this turn, Tie-Dye was unlucky enough to get one card that had planned, and it was not enough to block what he had. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and move on to the last match of the day. So this would be number 17. This is Cackle against R1. So Cackle is going to be our featured player. There we go. And let's first go ahead and check his opponent's deck. Let's go ahead and go for R1. There we go. So this is a Baba Fanas. I've seen this deck from R1 before. So this is Baba Fanas. Spindle Harvester. This is a traditional Fanas. He has even got a few cards. No cards from... I don't see... Yeah, he does have Brainwash. So he is using some cards from each set. So Spindle Harvesters, when played from reserve, I gain Anchored. When I leave the Expedition Zone, if I have one or more boosts, you may cycle a spell from your reserve to your hand. And you may return a spell from your reserve to your hand as a support ability. The Ordis Cadets, when you play a spell, create an Ordis recruit in target expedition, so you can play it. You can get a boost and get a character. So this for Afanas is actually extremely good. The Tooth Fairy, play from hand Sabotage, and when I leave the expedition zone, draw a card. So always draws a card. Very good. Let's see what Cackle had in order to block this Afanas. So that is Trace Nuke. So once again, a player doing a nuke, perhaps because the nuke tournament is kind of coincides with the start of the foil series. So let's go ahead and see. There's no uniques to check, so let's go ahead and see how he was able to manage the win against R1 using a non-unique deck. So let's go to the end game. It is going to be automatic. There we go. First play from Cackle. Probably going to use the Elemental. Doesn't matter on each side. Put the Sap down just because. To try to get a token right there. So Baba Yaga, yeah, he's just going to play it. On the hero side, he could have played it anywhere because he was just trying to get the token, the counter up. There we go. So 1-for-1 with draw from R1 side. So he is one card ahead. And he gets a very good advance in that and the hero side because he can use the elemental once again. I would have not gotten rid of that. To the Baba Yaga, once again on the companion side, he can use the elemental to block. I think he's just saving it just in case. It is the option to use the elemental on the... I would have used it on the companion side to at least block because you had the option to move forward. Okay, so gets rid of the card. He does get into boost. So nothing lost, nothing gained. Gets another token up. I don't think he's going to use a Salvager. He does use a Salvager just for good measure. He's able... it's again a 1-for-1. But R1 is ahead with lots of cards right now. Of course, he only has one in reserve. Trace is up 3 tokens right now. 3 counters right now, sorry. Another Salvager, then we're gonna have a 4th, and this is going to be a ensured 5th counter for Trace, so it's going to be able to activate its draw ability. The Brainwash takes away. Does that give him the token? Yes, it does. Okay, so 5th token. Just place an pseudo after you with a Paju. So not bad at all. The Paju can be used right now. He even draws another Salvager. So the Salvager going up to 2. I would have used a Paju actually, just to try and block right away, because he had the other Salvager in hand. So even if it was taken away, he could have, but he was risking a sabotage. Okay, so he's still able to move forward. Still tied expedition right now. A tied game right now, sorry. Oh, you could say an expedition as well. I think unless there is a sabotage, yeah, there we go. So the I think he can just go ahead and sacrifice. Yeah, he's going to get another card in reserve. Going to move on that side. Okay, interesting. Risking it all right there. Going to get rid of the early token, of course, in order to block it. Okay, so that's what he was trying to do. Gets the Sap Infusion for 2, gives it 2 boosts over there, and probably going to get, he gains a boost naturally and going to give the boost to the other side. So trying to go for the double advance. Another resupply once again. This one is boosted, so he can go ahead and give the 4 to block on one side, and he has enough mana in order to take away both sides, doing a double move forward, moving forward 2 expeditions. Sap Infusion is even going, R1 is even going to overcharge, so he, oh, because he did have the spindles did allow him to return, that's right, to cycle a card, gets rid of the Killing Elemental. No need for him right now. He is already 3 with his 5 tokens up. Going to play the Salvager just for 1 and give him a boost for good measure. He has no more characters, so he needs to do it this way. Plays the second one, just bug out back. I would just use the, okay, he does get something good due to that. Not risking it on the other side, plays it all on the companion. The license withdrawal, going to get rid of one of those 2 boosted cards, but he still has options. He can just go ahead and move the Mage Dancer to the other side. Yep, there we go. And just use what? Plays the Restocking Station. No, I think there's no more play from him right now. He's just most likely going to pass. No, he does get the Restocking Station up. There we go. To get another resupply. So most likely going to get rid of the Frozen Delivery, and I'm guessing the back out back. Getting rid of the Restocking Station itself. Probably, yeah. Ooh, very good cards in hand right now. He would like to get, he would have probably liked to get one of those on the reserve, but okay, Frozen Delivery, I'm guessing he's keeping it just in case. He didn't actually quite activate yeah, he's doing whatever he can in order to keep that Dr. Frankenstein up for as much as he can. He's using it right now. He does get the Frankenstein down. He's going to use both Havens right now in order to push on the companion side as much as he can. Let's see if there's license withdrawal. No, gets a Killing Elemental. Not that it can be used right now. Sap Infusion, going to get 4 boosts out of this. Still blocking. So he just moves it to the other side with the hook. And I think this is basically game. Yeah, he can even use the hook once again to get the Baba Yaga to the other side. And that is game. He didn't need to do anything else. He could have gotten another boost, but another early token, but the game was already over at this point. So with that, we can say game completed. That is another game on the bag with a victory for Cackle 48 for 78, sorry, demonstrating that Trace does have lots of options. I didn't see much set for cards rather than the Paju that was just there because it didn't actually move the game that much. So yeah, I think that Trace is still a very viable option right now. Let me go ahead and check time. So I want to see how many. We're on 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Let's go ahead and did I skip 14? We just saw. I don't know if they just finished, but since I skipped 14, let's go ahead and check it out right now. And that'll be the last game for today. Oreo Godem against Ducky Fit Cave. So I must have skipped it because I haven't updated this page yet. So let's go ahead and have Ducky Fit Cave. Let's go ahead and check his deck. So Ducky Fit K right now is playing with Digis Control set 3, even though we're at set 4. Does he have cards for set 4? No, he does not. So that's why perhaps he's just calling it set 3. Let's go ahead and check his uniques. The Council, the typical Council ability, and if you control a token, draw a card. Okay, so almost he blocks essentially one expedition and also draws, so this is a very good card. The Baba Yaga at dusk, if you control 3 or more characters, draw a card. So this cannot be a turn 1 because you will not have 3, you will have only 2. And the Silas Cryptic Warlock, if you control a token, draw a card. So basic Silas. Let's go ahead and check right here. What does Origotim have? So this is a French player against a Singaporean player. I forgot to mention that. So this is a Rin with Festival. It even says Sectible, so it is indeed a Lyra Festival. He got 3 of those. Sneezer Shroom, you play from reserve. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, I gain Anchored. You may pay 1. If you do, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. You may have it gain 2 boosts. That is play from anywhere. The Kodoma, I gain a sleep, play from anywhere. So this is a special Kodoma in that sense. And up to 1 target character gains fleeting. So it can be used to control or to set up the Lyra Festival. And finally, this other Sneezer Shroom. When played from reserve, I gain Anchored. And you may play from anywhere. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, plants you control other than me gain 1 boost. There we go. So let's go to the end game. It's going to be automatic. There we go. So first play for Rin. Is it just going to be a setup turn? Okay, so she's probably going to start to a resupply. Just to make sure. The color for Kuko. Plays a Crier then. So she goes to the other side if she has the Attorney. So the Attorney is going to block. Since this is not a Teja, he's not able to move forward. So it's the double advance from Ducky Feet K this turn. Is Origin going to risk it all with a festival right away? I think she is. I think she's just going to risk it for the festival. Let's go ahead and see. The Crier probably going to do a double advance from Ducky Feet Cave. Sacrifices a token in order to draw 2 because he most... Okay, sorry guys, my internet had a hiccup. So we are back at it. I just wanted to take advantage to thank you all for being here. That will be all. That was the last match that we were going to have streamed today. And a quick match it was indeed, being able to pull up the festival right on time. So that'll be all for today, guys. Thank you very much. We'll have our next stream on Friday. That we should have at least perhaps we might have some set round 2 matches in. Otherwise, we will keep moving from this table onwards with round 1. But we should have enough. Today, no, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of round 1. So we may have some matches in for round 2. If we have not enough for the stream, we'll come back to round 1 and have the random and see what we get. And with that, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you on Friday.